A little, zone to man, man to zone, trapped a little bit, a little bit of everything, just and also, they had I believe 22 points in the paint at half, so they had a lot of, I guess you can say, easy shots, easy layups, high percentage shots. You can say, and they made them, which you should if you're getting layups and floaters and whatnot. And we took a couple hard shots. We had I believe 4 turnovers within like the first 3 minutes, and they had great shots. We didn't have great possessions, and a lot of that falls on me. Just understanding, what I need to do, how I can help the team, and whatnot. So overall, just it needs to be better on my part.
How'd you flip it in the second half?
Stops. We ended up stringing some stops together. We had a couple shots, attacked the basket. We got high percentage shots and tried to make them take hard shots, I guess you can say.
What was the message at halftime from coach to clean up in those areas and limit the unforced turnovers?
That we weren't doing anything we practiced. We had 2, 3 great days of practice. Moved the ball, played hard, got stops. And we went out there and we didn't do what we practiced. So that was kind of frustrating. And, so at the end of the day, it's just something we need to do. We need to get better. We need to find our the why. Why did that happen? Why does it keep happening? So at the end of the day, we need to be playing our best basketball now, going into March, going into the tournament, going into finishing the season. So this is it's getting close to one and done time, whether it's Big Ten tournament, whether it's March Madness, and we want to try to string together and put some wins and some stops together.
When you say the whys, what do you think are some of the whys?
I don't know. That's something we got to figure out as a group, as a team, as the guys. Why is it happening? Why does it keep happening? Why can it'll be a stretch that we bring it, we have some stops, we get some steals, some loose balls, and then why don't we get them? So at the end of the day, that's something we got to figure out and talk, as a whole group. So that is something we got to figure out.
You talk mostly defensively or both?
A little bit of both. It's been times where, we're flowing, it looks good, we open shots, we make them, and then it's time where, we turn it over, I throw a bad pass, I'm not doing my part. No spacing, I'm not moving. So at the same time, it's why is it happening? How can we get better? How can we keep getting better? And we need to be playing our best basketball moving forward.
Were those some of the things Izzo talked to you guys about immediately after the game, or what did he say after the game?
That was definitely some of the things he talked about, but also at the same time, me being a point guard, I can kind of see when it changes, like when we're cutting, when we're moving, when we're getting easy open shots, when we're knocking down shots, when we're getting stops, when we're getting every offensive rebound. Like a play hurts that they shoot it, they get the offensive rebound, Jackson gets his third foul. Like we need Jackson out there. So that was like how can it, how can we change that? Maybe if we box out, maybe they got too easy of a shot that caused the offensive rebound and whatnot. So just something we got to figure out. We got, I think, a couple days to play Purdue. So
You probably beat an NCAA tournament team there today, so it's not all.
yeah, but at the same time, for our goals and what we're trying to do, and what we think and what we have seen that we're capable of. Like we beat Illinois, a tough opponent at home, and then you beat a good UCLA team at home. So just figuring out, how to string some games together, how to play at our best, how to bring that same, I guess you can say, like game stretches together, right? And that's the most important.
What do you think about Jordan Scott in the game?
It's huge. I think he was probably, I'll probably say the second best player out there today. I think Bruce, he played great. I'll say he was the best player, and he played the best out there today. And then I'll say Jordan probably was next up. Some stops, some energy, some blocks. He made a couple of tough shots, some good plays. He made a huge pass to Coop to put us up 5, I believe, or 4 at one time. So Jordan, I think, was the second best player out there.
You probably don't feel like he's a freshman anymore, do you?
No, not at all. He played with ultra confidence, and he don't think, he don't care. Like he shows, he put in the work, put in the time, and he shoots to our team's success.
Jeremy, Thornton's a guy who's done this for 4 years now, and he's been at the top of the conference. I'm just curious, as you kind of grow into that similar role as a all-conference type player, do you look to the other guys in that similar role and how you can compete with them?
I don't really,
So now we've got to find something else to play for.
He's a great player. We kind of know he's been a starter, I believe, all 4 years. 2,000 point score. I think he's maybe third in Ohio State or whatnot. But history. But just understand that, you know, going in, we know it's going to be a game. We know it's going to be a challenge and a great match. And we didn't know Royal was going to be out, so that kind of puts a lot on his plate to, you know, be more aggressive, take more shots. And he for sure, he kept him in it the whole game.
But for you, do you kind of